Don't make me look fat.
I'm not gonna make you look fat. Why are you so self-conscious?
You're not supposed to reply to me, babe. You're a cameraman. Woman. Camera woman. You don't look fat, do it. Hey there. Welcome, fellow shredders, genters, jazzmen, bluesmen, and people of all genres. Welcome to Independence Guitar. Today's video is brought to you by a subscriber. I get a lot of questions on the modifications I have made to my JS22. If you want to know more about what upgrades I made, I have all the links for it in my low range, mid range versus high range Jackson guitar video. Check the link in the description of that. I will post that video at the end of this one so you can go and take a look. But I get a lot of questions on how I actually did the upgrades, and I made a video on how I did the hip shot bridge upgrade. However, I did not do a video on how I did the pickups and how I soldered those in, or the pots, the nut, or the tuning keys. But I wanted to start off by running through that stuff, and today's video I am going to go through how to safely take the nut off of your guitar without damaging any wood or paint. So what you will need in this project will be some kind of hard object that you can use to kind of be as a tapper. This has a rubber end, so it'll be soft, and I'm also going to wrap it inside of this cloth, right? And so once I got it wrapped inside, all I do is I take it and I square it up against the end of the nut, and I just give it a little tappy tappy, and the nut comes right off. So now when you buy a Graphtec nut, the nuts come pre-cut, pre-slotted. You don't have to sand them. I did mine a little bit, but then I ended up filing out the slots more so that I didn't have to sand it from the bottom. So when you buy these nuts, you're not necessarily going to have to do sanding from the bottom. You won't necessarily need sandpaper, however, it's good to have. What you will need though is a foam sanding block. Foam sanding block, you can get one of these from any hardware store for just a few bucks. All it is a foam block with different grits of sandpaper on each side. This is more coarse, this is very fine, this is more fine, and they have different just levels of sandpaper grip. So what you're going to do is you're going to use this to block off the paint, and then you are going to use the grittier side to sand off the glue and sand it down to a flat surface, or as flat as possible. It doesn't have to be completely perfect, because in the end what really matters is how well you slot the nut. You slot the nuts. Excuse me. Now I have another video that goes over how to slot the nuts, and that video is called Quick Tips for Addressing the Action on Your Guitar. If you check that out, I demonstrate a quick and easy way to file out the nut slots. Okay. Seems like I got it pretty flat. Now I'm going to go to the actual nut itself and file off the excess glue. There is quite a bit of glue buildup on here, so this might take a while. I think I'm going to go into fast forward mode to get this over a little quicker, but ideally you just want it to be flat. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just as best as you can. Take your time. Get it right the first time. Don't be in a quick rush to get it done. I know For a lot of you, this might be your first mod project, and you're going to want to get it done really fast, and you know, because you're eager to play it and see how the mods turned out. Well, I argue against that and say take your time and get it right. Okay, it's very smoothed out now. So, now I actually don't have any super glue, but we're gonna pretend for the demonstration. So what I would do is I would take the super glue on the underside and the back side of the nut. So the back side and the underside, I would get a very thin layer of super glue there and a very thin layer of super glue on the back. And then just in one shot, you gotta make it as level as possible because you only get one shot. You just boom, press it down, and you're gonna hold it. You're gonna hold it there for 60 seconds until the super glue is able to stick and harden by itself. And then once you do have it on there and it's flush, let it sit for at least a few hours before you mess with it, and it will be good from there. From there, you will be able to file out the nut slots. And again, I am going to leave the links to that video as well at the end of this one, and so you can check all these videos out. And I also plan to do future videos how, you know, basic soldering for beginners to solder new pickups into your guitar, because I understand this guitar is a huge mod platform for, you know, new mods, locking tuners. You know, it's a solid guitar and it's a great platform for upgrade. Anyway, if you have any questions beyond that, just leave them down in the comments below and I will get back to you. And if you have anything you want me to go ahead and show you about my upgrades or other upgrades you want to make to your guitar, just hit me up in the comments and I will get back to you for sure. Thanks for watching. I'm glad that I can provide the resources. You guys all have a good night. Make sure you check the like button, check the subscribe button, check the notification bell, and come back to the next one. Thank you very much.
I keep what's left, and you can't fucking